Good morning, everyone. Let us start this session. So in this session, we will solve the problems on the block friction, and especially we will discuss the cases where two blocks are connected to each other. So this is one problem which is shown on the screen. So in this problem, two blocks are connected to each other by using a cable. So that cable is passing over a smooth pulley. So we have to determine what should be the value, that is the least value and the greatest value for the weight W, so that the equilibrium of the system will be maintained. The second block, it has the weight 100 Newton and the inclination is 30 degree and the 60 degree. So the second block, it has weight 100 Newton and this inclination with respect to x-axis, it is equal to 30 degree. Its coefficient of friction for the surface, this is equal to 0.3. The inclination for this surface, this is equal to 60 degree, and the coefficient of friction mu is equal to 0.2. So the question is, what should be the least and greatest value of the weight W to maintain the given equilibrium? Okay. So if this weight is 100 Newton and suppose this weight is greater than W, okay, then there is possibility that this 100 Newton, it will start slipping in the downward direction. Okay. And the weight W is not enough to resist this motion. Then weight W, it will start moving in the upward direction because these two weights, they are connected to each other by using this cable. Okay, so this is the first possibility. Second possibility will be weight W, it will start moving in the downward direction, and because of that, this 100 Newton block, it will start moving in the upward direction. Okay, so when the motion is upward for the weight W, it will be the least weight for the W. Okay, and when the motion of W, it is in the downward direction, then it is the maximum weight or the greatest value of W. Okay, so these directions, they are nothing but the direction of the impending motion. That means if the impending motion for the W, it is in the upward direction, at that condition W will be minimum, it is the least value, and if the impending motion for the W, it is in the downward direction, it is the greatest value. So question is, we have to find out the least and greatest value. So these two values, they are dependent on the impending motion of the weight W. So you can observe here in the animation, the impending motion in the upward direction and impending motion in the downward direction. So this is the least value. For the least value, motion of the W or the impending motion, it is in the upward direction. Okay, and for the greatest value, so this is the impending motion for the greatest value. Okay, so depending on this impending motion, we have to decide the proper direction of the frictional force. Okay, and then by using the conditions of equilibrium for the block W and the block of 100 Newton, we can find out the minimum and the maximum value of the W. Okay, so I hope this impending motion is clear for the least value and for the greatest value. So now we will use the conditions of equilibrium. So first step is we have to draw the free body diagram. So this is the weight W. So this dotted line, it represents the inclined plane. And this is the second inclined plane for the 100 Newton. So the angle for the W, that is angle of inclination, this is equal to 60 degree. And this is equal to 30 degree. So this friction mu is equal to 0.3. This friction is mu is equal to 0.2. So for the FBD, for the weight W, this is the force W, that is the self weight will act in the negative y direction. Okay. This FBD is for the least value of W. So when W will be least, its impending motion, it will be in the upward direction along the plane. So this is the direction of the impending motion. At the same time, this 100 Newton block, its motion, it will be in the downward direction. So this is the impending motion for 100 Newton. So this is 100 Newton. Okay. So for the force analysis, assume this along the plane as a x-axis. So these are the reference axis for the block W. This is x-axis and this is the y-axis. Similarly, you can assume the reference axis for the second block like this. Along this plane, assume x-axis, and perpendicular to this plane, assume the y-axis. So now show the remaining forces for the block W. So this is the normal reaction. So take this value as N1. As the impending motion, it is in the upward direction. Its frictional force, it will be in the downward direction. So this is the friction force. It is along this plane. So this is F max is equal to coefficient of friction, that is equal to 0.2 into normal reaction N1. Okay. And both these blocks, they are connected to each other by using a cable. So there will be common tension. So for the block W, tension will be directed away. So this is the tension T and it is parallel with this surface. Similarly, this tension is same for the second block. For the block 100 Newton, this tension T will be directed away from that block and it is parallel to the inclined surface. Then for 100 Newton, this is the normal reaction which is offered by the inclined surface. So take this value as a N2. As the impending motion is in the downward direction, its friction force will be in the upward direction. So this is the friction force. And this is equal to F max is equal to coefficient of friction is 0.3 and normal reaction is N2. Okay. So now refer this X and Y axis and resolve the force which is inclined to X and Y axis. So N1 and tension T and this friction force, they are exactly parallel to Y axis or X axis. Okay. So only resolve the weight W. So for that, this is the X component of W, which is parallel to X axis or parallel to the plane. And this is the Y component. Okay. So from the given angle 60 degree, the angle of Y component of the W, it will be 60 degree. Okay. So X component will be W sine 60 and this Y component, it will be W cos 60. Okay. So similarly resolve this 100 Newton. So this angle is 30 degree. So draw parallel line to the reference x-axis or to the plane and draw perpendicular line. So this angle is 30 degree. So angle of y component will be 30 degree. So here x component will be 100 cos 30, sorry, 100 sin 30. And this y component, this is 100 cos 30. So now use the conditions of equilibrium. So summation fx is equal 0 for the block W. So for summation fx, this friction force 0.2 into N1, it is on the negative side. So it is minus 0.2 into N1. Next is the tension T on the positive side. So plus T. Then this W sine 60 on the negative side. So minus W sine 60. It is equal to 0. Okay. So from this we will get tension T is equal to, this is 0.2 N1 plus W sine 60. Then use summation Fy is equal to 0. So for summation Fy plus N1 on the positive y direction, then minus W cos 60. This is equal to 0. Okay. So put the value of N1 in the first equation. So take this equation 1. So we will get equation 1 as T is equal to 0.2 into W cos 60 plus W sin 60. So from this we can take W common, and in the bracket we will have 0.2 into cos 60 plus sin 60. Okay. So simplify this equation and get the value of T as a function of W. So from this equation, T is equal to some constant into W. Okay. So we have to use this relation when we will use the conditions of equilibrium for the second block. So now consider the second block and use the conditions of equilibrium. So take summation fx is equal to 0. So for summation fx, we have the T on the negative side. So it is minus T. How you can decide whether it is on the negative side? So take this as a reference. X-axis that is shown here, it is on the positive x side. So T will be on the negative x side. Then this 0.3 into N2, it is on the negative x side. So it is 0.3 into N2. And this 100 sin 30 on the positive side. So plus 100 sin 30. Okay. So this is equal to 0. So from this we will get the value T is equal to minus 0.3 into plus 100 sin 30. So you can take this equation 2. Then use summation Fy is equal to 0. So for summation Fy, we have the plus N2 on the positive y side. Then minus 100 cos 30. This is equal to 0. Okay, there is no other force in the y direction. So from this equation, we will get the value of N2. So that is equal to 100 cos 30. So put this value in this equation. So we will get the relation for T. So T is equal to, put this value, so it is minus 0.3 into 100 cos 30 plus 100 sine 30. Okay, so we will get the value of t directly from the second FBD. So find out this value and then put this value in this equation. So you will get the value of W, and that is the least value. So this is the W minimum. So first find out T value and then find out the W value. So by the calculation, you will get the value of the W minimum as a 24.84. So you can check this answer. So if you get the correct value of T, then you will get the correct value for W minimum. So I think T value is 24 something and W is the 24.8. Okay. So now consider the second case for the maximum value. So you can observe in the animation what happens in the maximum value. So if W is the maximum, then it will pull this second block in the upward direction. So this is the motion. So W, it will start moving in the downward direction. That means impending motion is downward. Okay. So for the maximum value, the impending motion for the weight W, it is in the downward direction. So remaining all the forces will remain same. Only changes as the impending motion is downward direction, friction will be in the opposite direction. So this is the friction force, which is F max is equal to, this is 0.2 into normal reaction N1. So this is the normal reaction. It is perpendicular to the surface. Then this is tension T, which is a common tension. And for the 100 Newton, the impending motion, it is in the upward direction, that is along the plane. So its friction force will be in the opposite direction to the impending motion, that is in the downward direction along the plane. So here F is equal to 0.3 into N2. So this is normal reaction N2. Okay. So use the conditions of equilibrium for the block W and block of 100 Newton. Okay. And then find out the tension T and the weight W. So the weight W, that is the maximum weight. So you can note down the answer and try to solve this problem as a homework. So it is 99.2 Newton. So you can check this answer afterwards. Okay, so note down the next problem. 3 blocks are placed on the surface, one above other as shown in figure. So these are 3 blocks. They are placed one above other. So one block is 40 Newton. Then this is 50 Newton. And this is 80 Newton. So this is block A, B, and block C. So they are kept on the horizontal surface. And the block of 80 Newton, it is being pulled by applying a force P exactly in the horizontal direction. So we have to determine maximum value of P that can be applied before any slipping takes place. The coefficient of friction in between the blocks. So between A and B, the friction is 0.4. Between B and C, this is equal to 0.25. And between block C and the ground, it is equal to 0.15. Okay. So we have to determine what should be the maximum value of P that we can apply so that any slipping takes place. Okay. It doesn't mean that block A should slip over the B or B should slip over the C. Okay. Any slipping takes place, we have to find out the corresponding value of P. So we will assume some cases. So case number 1. When we apply the force P, the block A, it slides over the block B. Okay. For this condition, we will find out the P value. In the second case, we will assume block A and B, they slide as a rigid body. Over the block C. And third condition is block A, B, and C, all this block they slide as one rigid body over the ground. Okay. So for each case, we will find out P value. Okay. And from this, we will decide what is the maximum value that we can apply before any slipping takes place. So these are the 3 different cases for the slipping. First case is block A, it can only slide over the B, and remaining B and C, okay, will be stationary. In the second case, A and B as a single unit or the rigid body, they will slide over the block C. So block C will be stationary and A and B, they will be moving. Okay. And in the case 3, block A, B, and C, they will slide as a one unit or the rigid body over the horizontal surface. Okay. So consider the first case. So for the case 1, we will draw the FBD. So block A is only sliding over the block B. So impending motion for the block A, it is towards the left side. So this is the impending motion. In the free body diagram, this is the weight that is equal to 80 Newton for the block A. So this is the block A. Then this is the normal reaction, that is N. And this is the force P. Okay. And the friction will be exactly in the opposite direction. So this is the friction force that is equal to F, which is equal to Now friction between block A and B, it is equal to 0.4. So this is 0.4 into normal reaction. Okay. So we can use the conditions of equilibrium. So summation Fy is equal to 0. So from summation Fy, we will get N minus AT. It is equal to 0. I'm using summation Fy first because directly from this equation, we will get the normal reaction. So N is equal to 80 Newton. Now use summation Fx is equal to 0. So for summation Fx, minus P and plus 0.4 into N, this is equal to 0. Okay, so we will get P is equal to 0.4 into normal reaction, and that is equal to 32 Newton. Okay, so this is the first value. If we apply P is equal to 32 Newton, then block A will only slide and remaining two blocks, they will be in the stationary position. Okay, now assume case number 2. In the case number 2, A and B will slide over the block C. So this is single unit A and B. So we have to draw a single FBD for A and B as a rigid object. So this is block A and this is block B. This is the force P which is acting on the block A. Its weight is 80 Newton. For B, its weight is 50 Newton. Now for second condition, as A and B, they are simultaneously moving as a single unit, there will not be any friction between these two surfaces. Friction will be developed at